I'm from Singapore originally. We grew up knowing we were Jewish, very proud that we were Jewish. Eventually, I made my way around the world, Israel, America. And one day I walked out of 770, and there's this huge box on the corner that says, we're starting a new initiative and we need volunteers.
I was born in Gomel, Belarus. I didn't know anything about being Jewish. I currently live in Marine Park. I came here almost 30 years ago. One time I visited the Ohel. I was just looking through the information there and I saw this opportunity, and actually I was thinking about learning Tanya, and I signed up with JNet. So they connected me to Havrusa.
And now we started Tanya and we're up to chapter 7. And it's amazing because as much as Lana learned, and this is my 4th time teaching it, I think I've learned more than her.
I like asking her different questions, and sometimes questions are very provocative, something that I don't understand or something I disagree. She has a lot of patience, so she explains to me and gives me another perspective. She's not only my learning partner, she's also my mentor, and she's my friend. And anytime I need advice or support, she's there for me.
Lana and I both went through a very rough period recently. I lost my mother and then she lost her mother. And when you go through something like that, it's an emotional upheaval. Learning, even for a few minutes, was very nurturing for us. To know that Hashem is there, looking down at us playing in the mud, saying, that's my favorite child, I love her. Go do anything for her. That's the relationship that I think Lana and myself have developed towards Hashem over the past, 5-6 years.
I was talking to my mashpia, and he told me that I really should start learning with more people. Literally the next day, I got a WhatsApp message from a number I did not recognize, and the message was, would you like to set up a chavrusa through JNet? Within a week or 2, I was paired up with this amazing guy named Greg Edgel, who I've never met.
He and I study weekly, and we always start with some Parsha, and more times than not, we digress into a kind of bird's eye view of what it is to be an adult who's Jewish, living in a complicated political landscape, in a social landscape, and what it means to take the roots of Judaism, ethics, philosophy, to manifest that into just day-to-day practices.
There always seems to be something that we touch on that inspires both of us. Not too long ago, we were learning, and he was in the car driving with his fiancée, and we were chatting about the meaning of God in our own life. Not just godliness in the religious experience, but godliness in the human experience. When you see the sunset, when you see a rainbow, when you go to the beach and you see the crashing waves, being able to experience and acknowledge that God is in that moment is something very profound.
And that was one of the greatest things, just the accidental experience of sharing Torah study with my fiance, who in her own right has also been studying with someone through JNet as well. But it's the idea that anybody can pick up a book and just experience a tiny little piece of what people have been feeling and dying for and living for thousands of years.